What's up everyone and welcome back to Top 5 Central. Today we're going to be taking a look at 5 of the dumbest lottery winners in the world, and believe me, some of the things these guys do on this list are just ridiculous. But with that being said, if you guys do go on to enjoy this video today, please feel free to leave a like down below. Your support of course is always greatly appreciated on the channel. And before that being said, let's jump straight into it. Number 5. Now if you win the lottery and the first thing you do is start calling yourself the king of chavs, that's a pretty good sign you're not going to spend the money wisely. I mean, it's kind of hard to describe a chav if you've never met one, but for those of you who don't know, it's basically someone whose favourite things are drinking, fighting and wearing tracksuits, so they don't usually make good decisions about money. Anyway, when Michael Carroll won £9 million in 2002, the money was completely gone by 2007 because he'd spent it all on drugs, prostitutes and pizza. To be fair, he did also buy a mansion and some expensive cars, and he did give away some of the money to his family, but he spent all of his winnings in less than a decade. Once the money was gone, he ended up back on government benefits and eventually got a job in a cookie factory and then a slaughterhouse. And I don't even know what the craziest part of this story is, that he doesn't regret any of it, or that he bought all of those cars but didn't even pass his driving test.
I'd spend £300,000 on parties. I'd spend £100,000 on prostitutes. I'd spend
how many?
I'd spend £230,000 on crack cocaine. I'd spend £800,000 on TVs and sound systems. I'd spend £1 million on Rangers Football Club and £55,000 on legal fees. And if I had anything left over, I'd spend it on quad bikes to tear up my garden. Oh no, hang on a minute. Sorry, for a moment there I thought I wasn't me. I thought I was Mikey Carroll, that lottery winner who blew £9.7 million. Mikey, nice to meet you. Thank you very much. You got a real nice cheer there, and a couple of whistles. A couple of whistles of admiration, I think, for the way that you whipped through £9.7 million. When did you win £9.7 million?
2002.
And by what point had it all gone?
About 2007, 2008.
Number 4. Now usually when a lottery winner decides to keep their name a secret, I think it's fair enough. I mean, nobody wants to deal with thousands of people suddenly turning up to cheat them out of their money. With that said, Americo Lopez was one person who really shouldn't have kept so many secrets because it ended up coming back to bite him. Basically, he and his workmates all entered the lottery together, but when Americo discovered they'd won, he just straight up decided not to share. Like, he quit his job but lied to his boss about why, and then took home $24 million by saying he won on a different ticket. So what did he do then? Well, he put a deposit down on an insanely large mansion and then started buying presents for his family like there was no tomorrow. The thing is, he forgot that news outlets all over the world could get his name just by phoning the lottery people, so it basically wasn't long until his workmates found out that they'd been tricked. Thankfully, they ended up with $5 million each and Americo lost the mansion, but I haven't told you the best part yet. The dude seriously managed to lose $5 million of his fortune and he has no clue where the money's gone.
A jury in New Jersey has found that a construction worker cheated 5 co-workers out of their share of a $38.5 million lottery jackpot. Americo Lopez claimed the winning numbers were on his personal ticket and not the ticket he had bought for his work pool. The New York Post reports Lopez will have to fork over $20 million. Each of the hard hats will get $4 million after taxes.
Number 3. Now most people buying lottery tickets go their whole lives without ever making their money back, and the people who do win are lucky if they win just a few dollars. So you'd think if you were lucky enough to accidentally win the lottery twice, you'd be clever about how you spend the money. Well, it turns out not everyone has that much sense, because when Evelyn Adams won the lottery in 1985 and then again in 1986, she spent the money in basically the worst way possible. Like, her total winnings were $5.5 million, so she could have invested it or just brought a nice house and settled down, but instead she headed straight to Atlantic City and gambled it all away. And just to be clear, when I say all, I really mean it, because she ended up walking out again with almost nothing. 20 years later, she's completely broke and living in a trailer park doing whatever jobs she can find. So let that be a lesson to you all. If you ever do win the lottery, stay as far away from casinos as you can. Number 2. Now everyone knows the worst thing you can do when you're married is lie to your partner, and it turns out that's still true when you win the lottery. I mean, Denise won $1 million fair and square and then filed for a divorce with her husband 11 days later. All of that is completely legit, but she didn't tell her divorce lawyer or her husband about the money, and it eventually came back to haunt her. Basically, 2 years after the divorce, the husband received a letter by mistake which asked him if he wanted his lottery winnings delivered all at once. Obviously, she was completely busted and the couple had to go to divorce court all over again, where the judge pretty much said that she had to give him literally all of the money. Sounds harsh? Well, it gets worse, because if she'd have told her lawyer about the money, he could have made sure she kept it all. The only reason the husband got to keep it is because she lied and because she admitted to not wanting him to get his hands on it. Number 1. So John Ross Jr. won the lottery. He said he was excited to never have to go to jail again and that he was going to use the money to give himself a second chance at life. Sounds good, right? Even kind of inspirational. Well, it didn't exactly go to plan. I mean, the dude won over $2 million on a scratch card and said the first thing he was going to buy was a car, but for some reason, he decided to steal one instead. That's right, the lottery winner whose goal was to stay away from the cops ended up being hauled into jail after helping a friend steal and hide a Honda sedan. The good news was he could pay his bail easily, but his friend wasn't so lucky. Anyway, after he got out of jail, he locked himself in his house and stopped taking phone calls, so either he was really sorry about what he'd done, or he just decided he wanted to take a nap. Who knows?
Won $2 million from a California lottery set for life scratcher, which promises $100,000, $70,000 after taxes over the next 20 years.
Wasn't going nowhere but back to prison, so maybe this will keep me out of there.
Ross told the station he wanted to move away from Linda, California, and use his bit of good luck to, quote, get his life together. Fast forward to Monday, and John Ross Jr. is in the news again. The Maryvale Appeal Democrat explains. John Ross Jr. was arrested Sunday on suspicion.
And there's our video on the top 5 dumbest lottery winners. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe so you see whenever we upload a video. Also, if you have your own top 5 or top 10 idea, feel free to use our extremely handy form in the description to submit it. We may end up doing the idea that you give. And with all that being said, hope you all enjoyed and we will catch you all in the next video.